This is the Tarot and Oracle forecast for Aquarius for the month of May 2018. This is the overview of the broad energies. We have a look at that which should affect most of you in some way, although not all of it will affect you. So if you would like a reading that is more applicable to your own life story, or you'd like some questions answered, or to order that amazing soulmate reading, please contact me via the links in the description box below. Right, Aquarius, we're going to start off with those of you looking for relationships and partnerships, move on to committed partnerships, a career, general reading, etc. after that. So, tea leaf cards that you get, those of you that are looking for a relationship or a partnership, you get the mule, the teapot, the pineapple, the egg, and the bow. And the two romance angel cards you get is flirt and separation. So the mule says someone is being extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. The teapot says a deep friendship with someone of the same sex. The pineapple says reconciliation. The egg says success assured with good plans and hard work. And the bow says you are highly thought of. Those two romance angel cards, the flirt card, extend your energy, your light-hearted energy to others, and separation says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Summer, I think that quite a lot of you have very recently broken up with somebody. Or this is quite a lot of you that are listening to this reading, that is the case for you. I think it was because someone was unwilling to change. You have a good friend in somebody though who's willing to listen to you and help you through the situation, and actually will help you come to terms with what happened. That success assured with good plans and hard work and you are highly thought of makes me think there's somebody out there waiting for you, who kind of has had an eye on you for a bit. And I think that's where the flirt card comes in as well. Put your flirt on, get out there, because that's the way you're going to meet someone new. But first you do seem to need to sort of have a reconciliation with what happened with someone that you broke up fairly recently with. Now we have a look at those of you that are in committed partnerships and relationships. And the tea leaf cards that you get, this includes marriage, is skull, horse, horseshoe, seahorse, wall, and harp. Now that skull says hidden secrets will harm you. So for some of you Aquarians out there, there's something you're not telling your partner in life, your committed partner in life. And I always say with secrets that you really don't want them to know, be aware of not telling other people those secrets, and then your partner finds out through a third party what that secret is. That can be where the biggest, shall we say, damage can be done. Sometimes there are things which we just cannot tell our partner because basically all you're really going to do is hurt them. But then don't go telling other people either, because that's when the real damage can be done. The horse says there's a short journey ahead of you, and the horseshoe says there's good luck to be found on this short journey. So some of you are probably just going to go away for a day or two, maybe a little bit longer, but not more than that. And there's something good luck waiting for you, and it has to do with your relationship. It will impact on your relationship in a good luck way. Because seahorse follows with family matters. So the good luck is then in the family way. This little journey is good for your family in some way, even if it's just the two of you in that family. The wall says a misunderstanding, and the harp says great happiness. I'm wondering if that secret that you're holding, and the fact that you feel that you can't tell your partner, depending on what it is, of course, you maybe misunderstand how they will feel about what you tell them. Obviously, there are situations which genuinely will just be a case of hurting your partner. You know the difference. Because the great happiness says that maybe the big surprise is finding out that it's not such a biggie after all, you know. Maybe you needed to honestly discuss something with your partner and you just kept it to yourself all this time, and then you do discuss it with your partner and discover that they feel very differently than what you thought they would. Because that 10 of air card says that I think a lot of the time what's going on in our heads, what we perceive to be the worst case situation or scenario, is just in our heads. And we build it up into such a big scary thing that it's actually like this huge boogeyman that chases us. The Ten of Air says graceful endings and hopeful beginnings meet a point of epiphany, an end to an old way of thinking. And that Three of Fire speaks about moving forward with anticipation and with drive. So there's definitely a resolution, and that came through for those of you that are single as well. There's definitely some kind of resolution coming in the month of May. Some kind of coming to terms with something that really worried you or really bugged you, that you find out in the end is not that bad after all, that you built it up in your mind to be something far worse than it is. And once it's dealt with, you have this sort of freedom to move forward again. You can actually breathe again. Right, we have a look at your career cards. You get the older woman, you get the flute, you get the finger, you get the casket, and you get the tankard. You also get the Nine of Air and the Four of Water as your two tarot cards. Dealings with a relationship or a relationship with an older woman. Disappointment in a friend or lover. The finger says warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. The casket says something or someone goes out of your life at the end of a situation. And the tankard says celebration, fun, enjoyment. I wonder if you're seeing a theme here. There's this heavy weight of a decision or a situation or something in your life at the moment, in various areas of your life. And it's as if suddenly there's just a breakthrough in it, as if it just spills over and is done and dusted, and there's this enormous weight lifted from your shoulders afterwards. In the career area, there's an older woman involved here. And I think she perhaps doesn't live up to her end of the deal, and that is where the disappointment comes in. That warning of a problem coming in, and yet the casket follows, which says it's the end of a situation. I think something comes to culmination. I think something reaches the point where it boils over and it's done and dusted. That Nine of Air speaks about keeping the faith. It speaks about no matter what happens, no matter how bad it seems to you, keep the faith, because in the end, you've seen the final cards in each part of the reading so far is really, really nice, and you'll see that theme continues, because the Four of Water actually says the same thing. That speaks about a situation which seems to have reached sort of a lull, an impasse, a stalemate almost, but to keep the faith, because it is going to change, and it is just a temporary situation. There will be change coming. So your success this month, your tea leaf card is the ink pot, the woman, the kite, the teardrops, and a ladder. Your tarot cards is the Six of Fire and the Chariot. So the ink pot says there are problems to be resolved. There's a woman, there's dealings with a woman. We've seen that coming up already. The kite says there's a vacation. The teardrop says great personal sorrow. And the ladder says climbing towards success. So once again, we see this ending on a really, really great note. Like I've said, this is a continuing theme through your reading. There are problems to be resolved, and they do seem to have something to do with a woman. That seems that's the second time that's come up. There will be a little bit of a break for you somewhere in between. I think somewhere else it also said you're going to get away on a short journey. You're going to get a bit of time out. That great personal sorrow, I think, is a disappointment. It's a fear. It's something in your life that is really worrying you, really bugging you, really has been bringing you down in some way. Yet once again, you end up with a card that says climbing towards success. So understand all of this. And it's interesting because your two tarot cards say this as well. That Six of Fire is about stepping into the light. It's about stepping into your own personal strength, your own story, knowing what you need to do, and not letting what others think you should be doing or feel about what has happened to you or what you are doing be what influences your way forward. Because the Chariot says, I have fallen, but I will get up again. So definitely there's that the case, and I think that is where the personal sorrow comes in as well. You guys have something went wrong. You fell short of something, but you're going to stand up again, and you'll be stronger for it, you'll be wiser for it, you have learned from it, and you're on the road to success. It is all part of the journey. It is that climb up the mountain. Sometimes it will be 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But know this, you are destined for the top of the mountain, definitely. Your happiness cards. For me, this is your soul path evolution part of the reading. This is what your soul wants you to experience on the path to evolution and growth. You get the vine, the star, the caterpillar, the flowers, and an empty chair. Your tarot cards is the 2 of air and the 4 of fire. The vine says seeking out information that will help you. There is a situation, we've already seen that in your reading. Go ask for help. Look for help. Use somebody as a sounding board. The star says you are guaranteed success. The caterpillar says things will not always be this way. A change is coming. So regardless of how big the situation is to you, how much it's worrying you, whatever it may be, know that you're guaranteed success. Change is coming. You get flowers, which is happiness as well. So there's a good ending to the story, a really good ending to the story. Someone is leaving your life. Is the chair empty? I don't think to any of you this is a surprise. You know who that someone is. You know it's coming. You know it's happening. And it's probably, most likely, because that's what I'm seeing now, a catalyst for change in your life. That 2 of air card to me is always about a heart versus mind decision. It's always about your mind telling you what you should be doing and your heart telling you what you really need to be doing for your own good. And there rides the decision, the stalemate. You need to make it. That 4 of fire says that in the end, as we've seen with every part of your reading, there will be cause for celebration. You and your tribe will get together and celebrate by the end of May. Right, Aquarians, I hope you enjoyed that reading. I'd just like to repeat again, if you would like a personal or private reading or that amazing soulmate reading, please contact me via the links in the description box below. I'd like to thank you for watching, listening, commenting, liking, subscribing, and also if anybody decides to share this video, a very, very special thank you to you.